building.
Got Ash in the building.
And today we have a special guest, Sydney from Focus Ambition Training. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going. Oh, you're welcome. Now let's get straight into it. Tell us a little bit about who Sydney is.
All right, so born and raised in Camden, New Jersey. Got my went to school. Got my bachelor's degree in sociology.
I love it.
Master's degree in administration of human services. Got into fitness more so in college.
Okay.
Got with my first trainer. His name was Greg White, which is and he's in the book. I'm dedicating the whole page to him. He passed away about this past year, but he's the reason why I pretty much got into fitness. He was my first trainer. He got me from weighing 260 pounds down to 195.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was really like the first time I really was introduced to personal training.
Okay.
Period. But my background, I was in the psychiatric field for 10 years. I'm also a certified psychiatric rehabilitation practitioner.
That's dope.
So psych rehab, so I'm always getting into someone's mind. So I'm trying to talk to you all about getting into your worlds. But that's what I do. I did that for 10 years before I decided to quit and start my own business, open my own gym. My gym is in Palmyra, 70 Broad Street, Palmyra, New Jersey. We do personal training, nutrition coaching, and just overall lifestyle coaching and changing. So it's all VIP services, individual sessions. We tailor everything to that person because everyone's different.
Absolutely.
And I just make sure that they get that individual attention that they need.
I love it. That's pretty dope. I mean, you got a lot of different things that's under your belt, and it's not like in one lane. So it's like you can really like dib and dabble any way that you want to go about it. So, and then you said your training focuses on like individuals.
Yes.
Like, do y'all do like group settings too, though?
I do have group classes. For people who may, probably can't sometimes. They can't really commit to a one-on-one session. Those are a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
My services for one-on-one sessions are, people would say they're expensive, but if they are, they're expensive for a reason.
Oh yeah.
For a
You
reason.
produce results.
Yeah, produce results, and you get a lot, with the one-on-one sessions. Like you're paying for literally mental coaching.
For sure.
Literally, because you come into the gym, I have to know what's going on outside, because that's going to affect what's going to happen inside of the gym. So I don't only just work on your physical body, I work on your mental fitness as well.
I love it.
And that comes with a lot of things, like individual stretching sessions, massages, post-workout massages, just the overall care that you're going to get for an individual. But the group sessions, we have a class on Thursday nights called Booty Pump.
Oh, they want to get their booty.
I mean, good, better than getting on the table, right?
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but then Friday nights I have a full body Fridays class, and then I'm probably in October I'm going to be starting a boxing class.
I like that. I like the fact that you work on educating, and really meeting people where they are at. Because a lot of the times people say that they're doing training and they're not getting into their mental. Because for one, if you're eating crazy, the working out is not going to help. You have to change the mindset, which you can't just change the behavior. You have to start with the thinking, and then it exhibits in the behavior, which is awesome. I like that.
Yeah. My saying is, you don't lose weight to get healthy. You get healthy to lose weight. So that's the first step. You have to start thinking about what you're putting into your body.
Absolutely.
Number one. Then we can talk about losing the weight. Because you're not going to lose the weight if you're not going to be starting to eat healthy.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So that's why the nutrition part is the most important part. Because you can come to the gym all day and you're not going to get any results. Because once you leave the gym, you're just going to go and back and do the same thing. So it's a lifestyle change. So it's something that you really, really have to commit to, which is why I charge what I charge. Because I'm going to be talking to you every single day. I have some clients literally sending me what they eat: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, water.
Okay.
Like I'm in there with you the entire time. So that's what I do.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you said, like, I'm getting inside their world, because environmental factors plays a major part in what we have going on overall, right? So it's good to know that, because many people, like, and I'm not even going to lie, and that's not to discredit anyone else, but many trainers just come in, like, take your money, do some working out. I don't even know if it's really, like, beneficial, you know what I mean, to people that they serve, but it's this kind of like not the passion is not behind it. It's just more so financial gain that I see when I'm looking at some of this stuff. I'm like, oh wow, okay. But this is more on a level that people can relate to. People can really benefit, and it could be long term. It's not just like for the moment, right? It's not just like a temporary fix. So I really, really, really love that. I know that you said that you know, your prices and stuff like that is a little pricey to people. So exactly how many clients would you take? Like, is it by the day? Is it by the week? Like, how does that
Me
work?
personally, I like to keep my personal one-on-ones to like at least only 15 at a time.
Okay.
Just because I want to give them that attention. I don't want to have 30 clients because I'll be worn out, burnt
Oh,
out,
absolutely.
and I won't be able to, you know, really pay attention to them the way I want to pay attention to them too. So I keep my client list to like 15 at a time.
Okay.
And my goal every single time is to get them out of the door between 3 to 6 months. So you come in there, we have a goal, hey, you want to lose 40 pounds, all right, we put you on a, take it through a body composition test. I get to see exactly what's going on the inside of your body. It's not, because I can't really, you know, get a scope of just talking, so I have a machine that pretty much tells me your metabolism. It's going to tell me, you know, where you're holding, you know, the most weight at, where you're holding your fat at, where you're holding your muscle at.
Oh, that's
Talking about your visceral fat level, because the visceral fat is, you know, really one of the most important things I like to look at, because that's the fat, you know, that's, you know, behind the ribs, that's surrounding your organs, and that's going to tell me, hey, you know, right now you're at risk for heart attack, diabetes, strokes.
Oh, wow.
And if that level was too high, we need to focus on really just decreasing your body fat first. You know, and so it gets real deep. You know, it gets really deep.
Dope.
Yeah, I like that.
To get a full scope, because I really want to help people, and I'm not here just to take their money. You know, so I tell them, hey, if you want to come in here and focus, I think we can get this done in 6 months. Then we can drop you down to, you know, just maintenance, like you come see me once a week. But you know, once you become a part of the Focus Ambition, you know, training community, you're a part of the community. Like we do a lot of things, you know, just to bring everybody back. You know, everything a lot. Like we're having a movie night on the 12th.
Okay.
We're just bringing everybody in, so everybody meet, you know, have fun. A lot of people have become friends, you know, just by coming into the different type of events that we have. Again, because it's a family. You know, it's not just, you know, I'm just gonna come here and take your money and I'll see you later. It's more, you know, I want you to come here and be a part of it because it's about lifestyle changing. You know, and I want you to always come back. You know, you feel like the door is always open for you to come back.
I love that. I do. So, when you opened up your gym, how long has that been since you opened the gym up?
I'm actually coming on a year anniversary next month.
Oh, yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. So, you know, opened it in the middle of the pandemic. A lot of people thought it was crazy, but you know,
smart man.
It had a different thought. You know, I always feel like when you have a plan and you're confident in that plan, I don't think anything can stop it. You know, you know, so the pandemic didn't scare me. It kind of like motivated me because a lot of people were going left, so I was going to go right.
Absolutely.
And you know, it's paying off.
A lot of people gained a lot of weight during that time frame, so that was the perfect time for real.
Absolutely.
And also, have you thought about expanding in the future?
Yes, we have. We actually have that in the works now for a second location. You know, that's the bigger location right now. Is a small boutique, real intimate one, but the second one will be a whole lot bigger. And that's coming up hopefully in 2022.
Oh, that's around the corner.
It is on the corner.
Listen.
So your clientele, like, how far out do you have clients? I know you stationed in New Jersey, but like, do you have Delaware? Do you have Philly? Like, who do you have?
So right now I can reach anywhere in the world because we have access to, you know, online as well.
Okay.
But some people that travel the farthest right now are like 30 minutes out.
Okay.
You know, but I'm right on a train access, so I can get people from New York, you know, from Atlantic City, anywhere. Because the train literally drops you off right in front of the location, which is why I chose that location. So you can take 2 trains from here and get dropped off right in front of my building.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay. Now I want to ask you something, and this is just being like realistic, right? Now, I have like a coworker, right, and they want to go ahead and get on the table, right? So she just started like training, like getting a personal trainer, and she like, well, if I get these results, like, then I won't get on the table. Like, how realistic is it that you could really get the same results in a gym that you can get by getting surgery?
All right, so the difference between you getting surgery and you actually working hard to get the body is, what happens is when you get the surgery, it's so quick that your skin doesn't even have the time to adjust to you actually losing weight.
Yeah, it
As
makes
opposed
sense.
to you losing it naturally. Now your skin, that's why a lot of times you see people get the surgeries, sometimes they have the hanging skin. Certain areas just don't tighten up how it's supposed to tighten up because the skin didn't even have a chance to adjust to your new weight.
Makes
And,
sense.
you know, if you get the surgery and you haven't changed your lifestyle as far as like your health, you're just gonna go right back to how
It's
you were
defeating the
before.
purpose.
Defeating the purpose.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I feel like, you know, working hard for it and just, you know, doing the right things, you're gonna feel better about that
Oh,
anyway.
absolutely.
You know, and you're gonna take care of everybody a whole lot more than you would just by going under the knife, because that's a quick fix.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you didn't really appreciate the process that you had to go through. You're gonna feel a whole lot better by, you know, taking longer steps.
Well, yeah, I agree all day long. I always tell people that that's with any goal in life. Like, when you really have to get each step and really get it, vice versa is like instant gratification. Nobody really appreciates that anyway. Yeah, because I was just wondering, like I said, I mean, even during this pandemic, I have literally seen so many people like go the surgery route. Like, I even think I seen on Instagram, like, them pushing them through the day on the airport in the wheelchairs.
They
and
flying
it's like,
out all kinds of places. It's like,
and it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of scary because you hear the stories too about people passing away just to get, and it's more so like, and that's why it's important that you do what you do and tap into like the mental health and you know, because it's deeper than that, right? Because if you were able to risk your life to look a certain way, it's something deeper going on, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so that's why I like the way that you're doing it, because you're tapping into, and then you like bring stuff on the surface, like kind of like our mission statement, you know, bringing stuff on top that we internalize that we never really vocalize, because we all go through stuff in life, right? But if I'm just coming to you and you're just like, oh, do some burpees, do some planks, and it's like, hey, now I'm going home and I'm just back to stressing out. Let me go get a couple snacks out the cabinet, like, because I'm not taking that mental and emotional stuff that I got going on. So yeah, that's pretty dope. I like that you have all of that tied into one. Now I read about your testimony, right? Which is pretty dope. And could you like shed some light on that? Because I was like, dang, like that's decent. Like facing eviction, fixing all these things, and then you come into this. So could you spread some light on that so people can know how far you came?
Yeah. So I would say about I think about 2 years ago, I was facing eviction. But you know, where I was living at, you know, was one of those high rises. You know, everybody from the outside in looking in. City's doing wonderful. He's doing great. Nothing's going on. But I've always been that type of person. Like I don't never want to bring, you know, what I have going on to anyone else, because everybody has enough on their plate already. So that was a moment in my you know path to this that I knew was just going to make me stronger. So you know, I tell everybody all the time, you have two choices when you're facing adversity, or you're facing a major challenge. You can let it bury you, or you can allow it to bury you. But you know, the most beautiful things come out of being buried. You know, trees, flowers. You know, for example. You know, so you can take that time, you know, and really just dig yourself out of that, because you're going to be a whole lot stronger after that. But yeah, that was a rough period. You know, I was driving Uber and Lyft 70, 80 hours a week just to bring myself out of it. But nobody from the outside, and except you know people that were really, really close to me, knew what was going on. But you know that's just you know a testament to you know tough times are there for a reason. Like we have to welcome them sometimes. We really have to welcome them, because it's a lot of you know there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you always if you can get through it mentally, and you know keep your mind nice and sharp. I was doing my you know my every day I was doing my chants. You know, I'm well, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm strong. Every single morning. Affirmations. You know, that really helped. I was just listening to things and just keep my mind strong going through it, because physically, you know, I could have tapped out.
Absolutely.
But I knew that, you know, if I kept my mental strong, you know, I would get through it.
You didn't allow yourself to stand in that emotion, and you didn't allow that to identify you, because a lot of people will get into that rut and stay right where they're at. So it's more so like you were solution focused, like, listen, I'm here, but I'm gonna work through this.
Yeah, so I commend you for that, because most people don't like to shed light on their struggles. It's like, see me now, and it's like, okay, well, how did you get here, right? And it's like, tell people so they can know, like, you might be struggling right now, but you will get there eventually if you stay focused, if you stay with the structure, if you stay patient, and look at the bigger picture, right? Everybody always look at where we at right now, and it's like, yes, you gotta appreciate where you at now, but where are you going, right? So you had goals in place already to go places. So yeah, I think that's pretty dope. Like, and you found like your way. Like, I guess now, what if you really just like, oh my God, like facing eviction, like what am I going to do?
Then you would have been you facing eviction. Then you would have been homeless. It was just the fact that you were just facing it, and so you said, nope, I ain't even gonna let this down me. And some people will literally just drive themselves crazy just sitting in that emotion.
And I think that prepared me too for what I'm doing now.
Absolutely.
Really prepared me for what I'm doing now. Like I literally every dime that I get goes right back into my business.
Okay.
I'm able to now just survive on basic things I need to survive on, because I feel like the more you invest in yourself, it's going to pay off anyway. So all the money I'm putting in, it's going to come back tenfold.
All day long.
But yeah, I was literally living on almond milk, eggs, turkey bacon for maybe 6 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, literally almond milk, eggs, and turkey bacon.
Wait, okay, so I have to ask you, like, did your weight, how did your weight look doing that?
Oh, how did my weight look?
Yeah.
Oh, I was chiseled. Protein,
That's the wait a minute, you had eggs, and almond milk, like, wow.
My basics, my cabbage, I love making cabbage.
Yeah,
making greens, I make sure I get my vegetables, and I have my tea every single morning.
Okay, what, red mint tea, green tea?
I make my own tea. So my dad lives in Jamaica, so he sends me the fresh herbs. Like I have the fresh cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
I have the ginger,
You have the
sour
good stuff.
side.
Yeah.
So I make my tea fresh. I don't get tea bags.
Okay, so do you sell that tea?
I will.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, you gotta sell that tea. So if you know the benefits and you have the access to that tea, so
That's all
thing.
coming.
See, I love it. I love it. All right, let's get into your book. Let's introduce it. So it's Make Muscles and Not Excuses, right? Right.
Make muscles, not excuses. Not excuses.
Yes. So tell us what inspired this.
All right. So the title itself, "Make Muscles, Not Excuses." A lot of times, the main thing people use as an excuse not to work out is they don't have time.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you're starting with that, I don't have time, then you're already putting yourself back.
I agree.
There's 168 hours in a week. All right. I only need 5. I literally only need 5 hours of your time every single week. That's what I try to tell people. 5 out of 168, because we make time 40 hours a week to give it to someone else. Go to work. But you can't make 5 hours a week to give back to yourself, to make sure that you're able to even go to work, because if you're not moving your body, exercising your body, you're not going to have the energy. Mentally, you're going to be foggy. So you have to give yourself that 5 hours a week. So this book basically is, trying to get you in the right mindset, not to make those. But it's also just a step-by-step guide for someone who's just starting out, working out. It's talking about some of the myths. I put a workout guide in there as well, just a beginner's workout guide. And just, giving them, a nutrition plan is in there as well, like the things you should eat.
Yeah.
Trying to lose weight, gain weight. And, that's what this book is really about.
So question. So then as though you, this book, so are you going to be providing these in the packages for the people who sign up for your plan, or you would just be selling it separately?
Well, this is going to be sold separately. It's only made 30 hard copies for this, literally, because the number 30 is significant of something. So the number 30, basically, I feel like, well, I don't feel like it is. When I turned to the age 30, is when I really feel like I started my path in this direction. So every time I drop a book, it's only going to be 30 copies.
Oh, that's dope.
Everything else will be you have to purchase online. So these books will go to.
That's right. It's like okay.
Yeah. So these books, so we'll just purchase those books. That will be the only ones that will be printed out for them.
That's decent.
I like that.
It's a bigger, what I mean? It's something bigger behind it. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like I became a man until age 30. To make tough decisions, to make the right choices, stop doing, being a people pleaser. So
that part.
So 30 years old was the year I really started to make those grown man decisions. So I decided to use that number for everything.
Welcome. I'm happy that you're here. No, seriously, because it, you know, it's when we often ask men like, well, what age do y'all get it? Like, what age do you know what's what? And a lot of them like, oh, it's like even like when we our last podcast, and it's like it's not like a straightforward answer about it, right? But the fact, your self awareness, right? You have high self awareness, and the fact that you know that most men won't even admit that, like. Oh, because they want to say prior to yours is age 30, but they've been saying, I've been a man all along, and it's like,
oh, no, you aren't.
You know what I mean? Are your actions and your words aligning with what's really going on? But the fact that you know that is major, and the fact that you're going to always put something behind that, like the number 30. I like that. That's dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Yes.
So now, let me ask you this: do you give out like recipes? Do you sell like recipes to your?
Yeah. So on the 12th, if you guys are available, I'm having the book signing for this at my location, and I'm going to be introducing the meal plans.
Okay.
So we're going to have taste testing for that for the meal plans, and that night is what we're going to be doing the movie night too. So if you guys want to come through on the 12th, it's going to be from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
We're going to have some things for the meals. And the raffle, the raffle too for the body composition test, so you can see what's going on the inside. Right? So you can have a scope of where you are now, and just if you ever wanted to continue on, then we can talk about the plan, moving forward with that.
Oh, okay. So just say, I know you said you only really like to do like 15 clients at a time, right? Now just say if you get a couple extra, do you turn people away or like, okay?
I have another great trainer. Her name is Crystal Saunders.
Okay.
She was actually a former client of mine.
Oh, okay.
She lost 60 pounds with me, and then she turned into a trainer. So now she's certified now, and she's taking clients as well. So if anybody, if I can't put them on my load, then Crystal, we'll take them. We work together anyway, so I'll still be there assisting. But your direct attention will be coming from Crystal.
Oh well, shout out to Crystal. From trainee to trainer. I
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, that's dope. I like those kind of stories. So like, what is your the bigger picture for Focus Ambition Training? Like, really, what is your ultimate goal for that?
The ultimate goal for it is really just to touch as many lives as I can to get them on the right path of thinking about their health. Even if someone comes to me and they only stay for 2 weeks, that 2 weeks I need to make an impact. That's that they can take with them for the rest of their lives. Because it's really about the lifestyle. The training is part of it, but if I can get you thinking about what you're putting into your mouth on a daily basis, making sure that you're doing things that's gonna help you get closer to your goal and not further away from your goal, then I'm happy. That's what my trainer did for me. Greg White. He had me thinking about, hey, if you want this type of body, hey, you can't continue to be eating, my favorite was chocolate juniors.
Oh,
wait a minute, chocolate juniors?
Remember chocolate juniors? The chocolate the Tahitian treats.
Yes. Do they even still sell them?
I don't think so, but them joints have
they still sell them.
Oh, they do? Oh.
Yeah.
It had so much sugar in it, but that was my go-to, but really just having someone think about that a little bit. And having them just learn, get more educated, and they came in the door, and then they leave the door, they have a little more education. That's my goal.
And the good thing is, a lot of trainers, I've noticed they will shove a protein shake in your face with the quickest. Yeah, you take this type of protein, and you work out, and then it's just like, well, what else do I need to know?
Right. Yeah. You have to know, the science behind it. Everybody's body is different. You can't just one way doesn't work for everybody. It just doesn't. I have some clients that we work, we try 5 and 6 different type of, nutrition plans before we get the right one that's actually going to work for their body. So it's not just one, thing in particular that I can say that's going to help you or help you. That's why personal training, we really have to work at it.
That makes sense. I mean, because honestly, and I know you said that people feel like their prices are high, but you got to invest in yourself, right? I mean, because if you aren't healthy, then nothing else that you're doing like is going to matter anyway, right? So yeah, and I mean, we invest in crazy stuff all the time that don't even have no benefit if you really think about it. Like
if you look around and you don't even see the results, at least you will see results pouring into yourself as far as working out.
Yeah, and it's about the time. So like I try to let them know that you don't have to be in the gym for 45 to an hour and a half at a time. 30, you don't. If you're efficient with your time in the gym, 30 minutes, you should be out the door.
No, that part I always said
30 minutes,
to
you should be out
myself.
the door. If you come train with me, I'll have you not wanting to do anything else probably for the rest of the day, and only 20 minutes.
Oh well, yeah,
You
20.
know?
I could do that.
So
Wow.
and that's leading to, because I have a program coming out soon. It's the F30 program where that's what I talked about. It's only 5 hours a week, and you'll get to any kind of goal that you want to get to. Baseball, if you want to gain weight, or gain muscle, get thicker, or if you want to lose weight. I have that program all set up where it's just 30 minutes per day.
That 30 again.
I like that because I never understood when I used to go to the gym why people would be in the gym for 3 and 4 hours. I just couldn't wrap my mind around it.
The only time I think somebody should be in the gym for 3 and 4 hours is they're bodybuilding. They're trying to be like,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They're trying to really pack on muscle. I understand that. Yeah. But if you're not bodybuilding, you don't need to be in the gym max 45 minutes.
Wow.
Like
Yeah, some people had in mind like they
So
gotta
what
be
about
in there.
that treadmill though? People be on there for like a half an hour by itself, and then
So the thing with the treadmill is, like, the treadmill, you'll lose weight, but you'll lose a lot of muscle. But literally after about 20 minutes on the treadmill, you're not burning fat. You're burning muscle.
So 20 minutes should be the
Yeah,
max.
I always recommend like 15 minutes of like real intense cardio, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise, you ever seen a marathon runner that runs just runs? They don't have a lot of muscle tone. They're just super skinny, and they just don't have a lot of muscle tone because they're burning it off.
Learn something new every day.
yeah, right.
I'm like,
That be saying people I'm like, dang, they know that damn treadmill.
like, and then they be up there running, then they'll stop, then they'll walk, they'll incline, decline. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, that's why it's good to have somebody know what they're talking about, because it's like, again, you see things and then you're like, oh, that's the way to do it, but then again, in our reality, it's really not the way to do it at all.
Yeah, it's all just educating. Like, we a lot of times we just don't take the time to do it, but that's what services that I'll provide is here for. For you to really understand. Like, I did all the research already for you.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to give it right back to you and share it with you so that you know, and you can take it with you. You either decide to stay with me or not. You have that information.
Okay, so now, and I know once people go ahead, you said you like to keep it for like 3 months, 3 to 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So are they able to come back and like work, like use your gym and all of that?
Yeah.
When they...
So what I do is, memberships. Everybody has a membership. So I have 3 packages: a bronze, silver, or a gold.
Oh, okay.
Right. So if the most people get the silver package, some get the gold. The gold is somebody that's like wants to lose weight, like really fast. So that's my 6 days a week program. And the silver program is 2 to 3 days. Somebody that's really like just trying to manage really but lose weight too. Then a bronze package is somebody that's just going to come once a week. Those are the ones that typically, once I help them reach their goal in their silver and gold package, I have them drop down just to the bronze for maintenance.
Okay.
So that it's a little bit less, on their pockets, but it still keeps them tapped in. Just to come and see me on once a week.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Like
And at least you're not like, some people like it keep you in that same category.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, again, because that goes back to the financial gain. But you actually like, listen, that is enough now. Now let's step you down a little bit. It's funny because it's kind of like, and when you're in treatment, it's like
the
okay, now
stages
it's
of
time.
change.
Exactly.
And
So
then that maintenance.
Because I want to get to the next person to help the next person coming in. So I don't want to keep you here longer than you're supposed to be here, because that means somebody's planning. Like I'm not here to play.
I got a question. So, like, have you ever had somebody who was like stuck in one stage and couldn't move to the next stage? As far as like the mindset, like they would say, like I'm messing up. I'm not really getting the concept of everything. Like I keep messing up. Like, what do you do?
With them, again, we just sit and talk again to find out why do you keep going back, in this direction where it's taking you further and further away from where you want to go. And we got to understand that food is literally a drug.
yeah.
And the most powerful drug in food is sugar. Sugar is super addictive. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say 10 times out of 10, the reason why people aren't losing weight is because they're taking in too much sugar. And it's hard for people to come off of sugar. It's really hard for people to come off of sugar because you got to think about it. They've been doing that for the last 25 years, 22 years, 30 years of their lives. And when they come to me and they say, I'm just stuck right here, and I start asking, what are you eating? I like bread. I like pasta. Like cookies. I like candy. You know, and it's hard for them to come off of that.
Yeah.
It's literally an addiction. It's an addiction. So somebody who's stuck there, you know, that's somebody I gotta just work a little bit harder with, you know. And sooner or later, they're spending so much money. I tell them like, hey, you're spending a lot of money to come here. I said you don't want to waste your money. You can be putting your money to something else if you're not going to take it serious too. Because I don't want to keep you here, you know, longer than you have to be here, you know. And again, I want to get to the next person, help the next person that's knocking on my door. Like, I know I want to lose 60 pounds, and they might be really, really serious, you know. Because I have one client in particular. She's lost now over 105 pounds.
Oh wow! Shout out to her.
Yeah,
Love that.
105 pounds, and you know, she came in and was just like, yo, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm gonna follow the plan. She did everything she was supposed to do. She was dropping 10 pounds a month, literally 10, 12 pounds every single month. And she's still losing now. She wants to lose another 75. You know, but she was over. I think she was coming up on 300 pounds.
Oh
yeah.
dang.
So, but yeah, somebody like that, you know, I will work with them. You know, again, because it just means I need to tap into more, get into your head a little more, and really get you to realize you're standing in your own way.
So did you ever have anyone that you was like, listen, I literally can't work?
No.
Somebody like that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do with those kind of clients?
But the ones that I know, like the ones that's just going to continue to miss appointments, you know, the ones that's going to show up and not give me any energy. That's just like, I'm just like, all right, you know, do you really want to be here? Again, it's not about the money. It's not about the money with me. My success is intertwined with yours. You know, I got to get results. You want results. If I don't get you any results, my business stops. So I only want to work with individuals who are results driven.
Okay.
So if you're coming in here and you're not giving me any energy, and you're just, you know, I gotta pull teeth to get you to do things, missing appointments, then we can't work together. That's why the consultation for me is so important, because I really get into your mind and find out the type of individual you are. I literally choose who I want to work with.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Time is valuable.
You gotta fit a mold. Like we can't play no games. We can't play no games. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I seen you on all those miles and all that stuff. Wait, my whole thing went from over here over there. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. So do you do that with your clients? Y'all be running?
Yeah, we got programs up, you know. We're just, and it's more so just to get people, like, we just did a 4-week walk challenge, you know, because I know a lot of people can't run yet, a lot of clients can't run yet, so I do things, you know, just to include everybody. Like, so we just went to the Grand Flanker Bridge and we just walk and talk, you know, just to get people in the mindset of just get them going.
Okay, so like, as far as ages, what's your oldest client that you ever worked with?
The oldest client I ever worked with was, he was 80.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was 80, and he just wanted to, you know, start getting back to a little bit of shape, because he was about to, he retired, of course. He was going to be moving to Ireland. He said he wanted to spend his last 10 years in Ireland. He had a house built in Ireland, and he said, I literally have 1 cup, 1 spoon, 1 fork. He said, this is all I'm going to use. He said, I don't need 10 plates, I don't need 10 forks. This is just going to be made. You know, so yeah, he was really interesting in that. So
yeah,
he was old.
Yeah, real in tune to itself. It's like, yeah, 1 plate, 1 fork.
1 plate, 1 fork, 1 spoon, 1 pot, 1 frying pan.
I don't even know what you call that level of acceptance. Like, wow.
I think it was more so like, he knows, like, what do I need, you know, because I just think I could just wash 1 plate as opposed to letting the sink pile up and I gotta wash 30 dishes.
Yeah.
You know?
But most people do a comfort thing of like, well, I'm buy all of this stuff knowing it's only you, right? But that makes perfect sense. Like, and it just tell you like where he was at. Like, I'm settled, I'm fine, I'm accepting of where life is going now. Like, I did my part, and let me enjoy this. Oh, I love that. That gotta be a great place to be.
He gave me piano lessons too. Yeah, we started to like trade off some stuff. Like I was like, hey, I said, how about we substitute, you know, one of your sessions? We paying for a session, because he was a pianist. You know, he traveled all over the world. You know, doing playing the piano, the background piano. So I was like, would you be interested in this? Like, I'll trade off a session fee for you to give me some piano lessons.
So now you play the piano too?
I was learning. I know my ABs. That's it. AB flats. But yeah, he was teaching me. We had a couple sessions before the pandemic.
Oh wow.
But then when the pandemic started, you know, we had to stop.
Yeah, especially 80 and 80.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I think that's dope. Like, everything that you're bringing to the community overall is needed, right? especially like she said, in a pandemic, so many people gain so much weight, and even overall in life, like a change is like the hardest thing to do, right? We all like to be stuck in what we're familiar with, but change requires you to show up as a different person, right? And most people is not ready to tap into that. So I just like the fact that you have all your stuff backing you. It's one thing to say something, but to actually have the stuff backing you to say, listen, I mean what I say, I'm passionate about what I do, and it's not about the money because the money is going to come regardless of me, right? So like I really, really, really love it, and down to you saying, listen, we even go, we do like little movie nights, we do this, I still engage, right? That engagement piece is important. You already build a rapport the minute they walk into your office trying to get your services. So like honestly, like I think this is like dope, period. I like the fact that, because I'm big on education with both of us, everybody on this couch got degrees, but I just like the fact to see that even as a black man that you have your education behind you as well. So even in life, of course, I know this is still going to go forward, it's going to get bigger for you, right? But I still have this just in case to fall back on, right? So yeah, I mean, like you're doing your thing. I love to see it. You got to really like tell the people like how they can sign up with you, where they can find you at, and when you dropping these, you have to tell them all that.
Well, they can. Well, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Focused Ambition Training. You can find me, look at me on my website at focusedambitiontraining.com. My location again is at 7 East Broad Street in Palmyra, New Jersey. There's right access to the train, the River Line. You can take 2 trains from Philly to get right there. And the book is here. I'm going to be having a book signing next week on the 12th at Focused Ambition Training at the gym, 7 East Broad Street, Palmyra, New Jersey. We're going to have food. We're going to have some drinks, some wine, red wine, because red wine is the best wine you drink. Okay. Not the sweet red, right? Not the sweet red.
No. I seen you put some benefits to that before you stop. Even so, really, because as women, I know you said it prevents like breast cancer, stuff like that. Real quick, give us because you sent with the woman on the couch, the benefits of that red wine before we close out.
So the red wine is going to literally red wine. If you drink it in moderation, I would always just recommend like 8 to 12 ounces per night. All right, you can do. Is equivalent to 20 minutes of going to the gym. Okay?
What?
Can't overdrink.
Did you see me?
Okay?
I'm like, hold on, I need to put my...
Because it really helps with your metabolism. It has a lot of antioxidants in it, so it can help you with your skin.
Yes, I love it. Got
Good. Of course, that's good for cancer. All cancer helping reduce the cancer cells in your body. And it's gonna give you that little buzz, but it's not gonna have you over the top. So you'll have you just the smoothness.
Oh, see that?
Don't overdrink. Do not overdrink. Because it's still alcohol. So moderation. The key is moderation.
Absolutely. I love that. I love it. One more thing. I see you have these mugs here as well. What's up with that?
So I like to just keep reinforcing certain things. So I have these mugs here too. These will be again for sale at the book signing. On the back of it, you see it has keep training. So I always have my 3 things that I always tell everybody is you have to stay focused, you have to stay ambitious, and you have to keep training. Like all of that literally takes it's full circle.
Okay.
The reason how I became with my logo is for a lot of time I wasn't really focused. Like I was always ambitious, but I was doing too much. Trying to do this, trying to do that, all those other things. And I told myself, once I become, focused on, once I find the true passion, I'm going to stick to it and stay focused on it. So that's where I got the word focus from. The ambition was always there, and I've seen that even in my own life that it was taking me a lot of training to just stay focused on one thing in particular. So, I think it's a life for everybody. Focused ambition training. Once you focus your ambition, all right, you'll succeed. Now you have your thing that you're locked in on. Anything that you put your attention to over and over again, it has no choice but to grow.
Absolutely.
That literally takes training. So on the back of the mugs, I have my 3 things that I say: keep training. Another one has stay focused. And the other one says stay ambitious.
I love it. It's like the bullseye.
Yeah, target.
Yeah, I love it.
And your goal is right in the middle, right? That's right there.
That's dope.
I like that.
I can't close it out better than this. That's a wrap. I really, really enjoyed you coming on. I'm happy with your offering to people. Keep doing your thing. I know it's going to do nothing but get bigger and greater.
Thank you.
And you know the passion, we see it. We don't. You can say a million things, but it shows up already.
Yeah, thank
You know what I mean? So
Thank
that already set you aside from the rest. Of course, with your education too behind you.
Yeah.
But that's dope. Yes, and you know
I have
y'all.
something for you offer.
Oh, okay.
I never come to somewhere empty-handed.
Oh well, see, he knows podcast etiquette.
Yes.
That was rude,
Take
you know?
notes.
But here I have some masks for you.
Oh, how cute is that?
That is
Thank
cute.
you.
And also some t-shirts too.
See that?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So now when every time I pull up on shirts out, you want to, whatever goal you have in your mind, whatever you got to stay focused on it. Y'all appreciate y'all for having me on
thank
here.
you.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate
We
that.
appreciate that.
Yes. So this is Nash signing off.
Ed signing off.
Sydney Francis.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.